What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. I saw this video by Poetic Flaco, and I'm gonna react to this video. I felt it was very funny. To me, it's very humorous. Um, Not surprising whatsoever, and par for the course. I'm gonna go ahead and start playing it, and I want to get your guys' feedback in the comments. What you guys think, not only about what's being said in the video, but my point of view. Whether you feel I'm right, whether you feel I'm wrong, I'm interested. Um, with that said, let's go ahead and get to it.
Approximately 3 days ago, Kendrick Lamar had a concert on Juneteenth to celebrate his victory over Drake, but it was also meant.
Let's hold on. I should have had the thing in here. Well, I want to celebrate that. Congratulations to Kendrick Lamar. That was great. I'm glad that Kendrick Lamar is getting his flowers, his recognition. Nobody's writing his lyrics. You know, there's been that allegation against Drake forever that he doesn't write his own stuff, and yet he wants to beef with other people. He's beefing with other people using words that don't even come out of his head. So I believe by default he loses to everyone, right? But let's get back to this.
And to highlight the best that LA and the West Coast had to offer, and to rejuvenate the West Coast in the music scene. But what would seem like a good deed is now receiving heavy backlash from some Mexicans in.
Let's stop right there. Is now receiving heavy backlash from some Mexicans. I think the Mexicans went and supported heavily. This is before we even get into it. I'm gonna immediately set the tone. I'm gonna set the tone right off the top. You guys know how I do it. And again, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong in your opinion. Right? I always feel like it takes a lot for a man to tell another man he's wrong, but I'm inviting it. Poetic Flaco is the opposite coin, the opposite side of the same coin, which is Adam16. He's someone who is not from the West Coast, someone who is not from Los Angeles, someone who has injected himself into West Coast politics, gang politics, music. I've seen Flaco be used as a weapon several times already. This is just another one. You know, he was utilized in the whole Tariq Nasheed American Cholo thing, Tiger thing. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, Adam utilized him then, blamed him. And here we go again. The stuttering weapon has been released. The fact that he could say is overwhelming. Mexicans are pissed. Look at the title. Mexicans press Kendrick Lamar. Where? Mexicans supported Kendrick Lamar in this. But let's go ahead with it.
In LA, they feel unrepresented because the majority of the crowd were Mexican fans. However,
it's LA, of course. What do you think it's going to be? Stop with this bullshit narrative. In LA, it don't matter if it wouldn't have been Kendrick, it would have been another great artist in the hip hop fucking community. It would have been majority Mexicans again. So I don't get this narrative, and I see they're going to utilize someone. Somebody said something, and this dude. It's overwhelming because one person said it, I guess.
The artists that got to perform was only one Mexican artist, which was OGZ, and he does hip hop music. Now, the most consistent argument that I've been hearing from multiple people in LA is, yo, if this was about the West Coast and rejuvenating the West Coast, then Mexican artists and the culture is a big part of the West Coast. So why didn't Kendrick include a lot of Mexican artists?
Because they're not on that level. Keeping it 100% real. Dr. Dre showed up. Kendrick Lamar was there. There are superstars there. We don't have a Mexican superstar. Would it have been cool? Yes. Did it have to happen? No. Those spotlights are earned, man, right? Since when? I've never heard a Mexican complain. Never heard him come. Oh man, they're not inviting us. Oh man, they're not involving it. Nah, make your way. Earn that. Kendrick did. Dre did. Everybody that was there did. At one point or another, whether they're all the way lit right now or not. Right. So I would like to see more of this. He's going to show one thing. I only saw a couple minutes of this last night, right before I went to bed. I said, oh yeah. The weaponizer. Adam16 has sent his stutter box out. He never really stutters on this platform. He's still all that shit on No Jumper. And then right here, he speaks fluent. But let's listen to this.
On the roster or include Mexican representation in the show. So there's a podcast of mine that I love, is ran by my guy called LA Icon. They talked about this, and what they said is actually getting a lot of controversy and backlash from a lot of Black people. So let's check it out.
No, yeah. So basically, I feel like the Mexican people were underrepresented there last night.
I feel it. I can see that.
I can see that too, man.
And a lot of people are telling me that I sound like bitter or something. Like, I'm not a rapper, fool. I'm not tripping about not being on stage. I'm saying, like, Jeezy performed, I think, last night.
Yeah.
Did he?
That would have been nice if he would have been on stage.
If he would have.
Now.
I love LA Icon. He knows I love him.
Shout out to LA Icon. Shout out to what he's doing and having an opinion. I always respect that somebody has an opinion, whether I agree with it or not. But where's all the raza? Like, there's a lot of platforms that are growing on YouTube that are raza. And I didn't hear one of them even mention the Kendrick Lamar thing. If nothing, I'll say this. I had probably 10 DMs sent to me through TikTok as well as IG. And do you want to know what every one of them said? Why can't the raza unite like this? Not one said, why wasn't the raza there? No. The raza doesn't care because they understand that's something you earn. This right here, this narrative is to create bullshit between the Black and brown community. The Black and brown community are now no longer at war like they were in the 90s. Someone wants that back. And they are not living in either community. Period. The raza ain't in a rush to get back into that. The Blacks ain't in a rush to get into that. No, someone is. I have my theory. I've said my theory. I believe No Jumper is compromised by the feds. I believe there is a plan to drag LA gangs into some shit and then turn around and start RICOing gang leaders, snatching up gang leaders, filling the prisons back up. They're upset. They don't like that a lot of people have been getting out, a lot of lifers. They had counted on us being in there till we're 60, 70 years old, dying on them yards, dying in themselves. No, thousands have gotten out. And so how do you counter that? Create some bullshit in the streets. Let's get back to it.
But this is nitpicking, right? Like, this is petty. Saying, Jeezy got to perform. He got to come on stage and perform his songs. However, when Kendrick Lamar at the end brought out everybody from LA and, they were celebrating, I guess, the victory lap over Drake and I guess celebrating the culture in general. And they was all on stage with Kendrick Lamar and dancing and celebrating. Saying that you felt like Jeezy is entitled to be on that stage to me is kind of like.
Who said that? I didn't hear LA Icon say that. That he should have been on there and celebrating and dancing. I hear you saying it. What, clear as day. No stuttering. No stuttering. Is it a gimmick? Is the stutter a gimmick, or are you just like that nervous? And hopefully, listen, we're 2 minutes into his video. So we have 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Hopefully, he's going to show all these other Mexican podcasts, all these other raza-based channels, all these raza bloggers, websites, Telemundo, Univision, somebody. Come on now. Don't just show me Ale Icon, clown. You're stirring the pot between two communities that don't need to be stirred up.
Listen here, bro. OGZ got the opportunity to perform. Now, requiring that he come on stage is requiring that Kendrick Lamar treats him like family. Everybody on that stage is regarded as family, right? Or somebody that Kendrick Lamar knows and is actually cool and friends with, right? If you look on the stage, you see a bunch of TDE members, TDE associates. You see a bunch of gang members from his community that he knows. So that was a community thing. And by a community thing, kin folks and kin folks, you feel me? Right? Yo, like you a rapper, you Mexican, man. Yo, here, perform, you know, like do your thing. But the like say that is somewhat wrong or you know.
Should I fast forward you, Flaco? Am I gonna run into the Mexicans that are complaining? Or was it just that how long was that soundbite from LA Icon? Is that the only soundbite from all the Mexicans that are enraged, that are just feeling left out? This is a hit job. This is a hit job, and Flaco's been sent out there to stir the pot. I know there can't be. Come on now.
You know, like you know, you think he was entitled to be on stage with the kin folks? Come on, bro. That's a little too much. And you know, and I think Icon knows, you know, that like that's asking for a little too much.
Maybe the young legend had something to do, so he dipped.
Right. Because all the artists that did perform were up there.
Facts. I respect it. Who was up there? I can't keep count.
There was a lot of people that went, but I think OGZ was the only
person that didn't pop out? Or were you gonna say he's the only Mexican that performed?
Both.
Did he perform? Was he supposed to perform?
He did perform, yeah.
He did
Oh, he
perform.
did?
And I didn't see him perform because I caught it late.
I saw the clip.
I saw
I didn't even see that clip.
a
What the
picture
fuck?
of someone posting that he performed.
Do you think it had something to do with
Man, they look enraged, man. They look pissed. These dudes are having a conversation and they don't really seem bothered by it. You know, Ale Icon is saying what he has to say, and that's what he's supposed to do on his podcast. But yeah, man, these dudes seem like they're ready to burn LA down, right? You're right, Poetic Flaco. This must be threatening in Dakota, South Dakota, or North Dakota, where the fuck you're from. This must be very intimidating. Come on, man.
it being Juneteenth?
I don't understand.
That's another aspect of this, which I do believe is kind of like a miscommunication, right? The aspect of this is it happened on Juneteenth. So because it happened on Juneteenth, there's this unspoken thing of this is Juneteenth. This is a celebration of Blackness. It's a celebration of the community, you know, that we grew up in, right? So, and because it's a celebration of Blackness, it's essentially, you know, a Black event for skin folks and kin folks, right? Now, the miscommunication comes in because people don't know that, right? People is going to this concert thinking this is a celebration for the West Coast. So if it's a celebration for the West Coast, you know, then it should be a celebration.
This dude is retarded. I'm sorry, we're not supposed to use that word anymore. This dude is a moron. So all the Mexicans in the crowd should have stayed home and just fuck Kendrick Lamar's money up. The majority there is, as in, like I said, in anything in LA, the majority is gonna be, if it's a big venue, the majority is gonna be Mexican. Are you listening to yourself? You know, Kendrick Lamar is probably throwing something at the fucking TV right now, listening to you fuck his money off potentially. Like even the thought, like, what? People went to go see a great show with great artists. Where is the come on? Is it just gonna be Ali Icon and his podcast that you're gonna show us? You said that Mexicans everywhere. I'm not enraged at all. Congratulations once again to Kendrick Lamar. You whooped that ass. you put that dude in his place. We all know Drake is not from the streets, and he uses lines like, if you sold dope and he's really that guy. Come on now. We're from the West. We know better. We're happy for you, Kendrick. You did that. Compton won. The West Coast won. Hip hop won. I don't know who's mad. Who the fuck is mad?
For the West Coast. If it's a Juneteenth thing and if it's a celebration of blackness, then you can't like demand, right, that you get included in a celebration for blackness if you're not black.
Who did?
Right? So that's where the miscommunication comes in. And because Kendrick Lamar sort of like saddled both lines, saddled it as a black celebration and as a West Coast celebration, people who are from the West Coast are saying, bro, like it's more than just blackness in the West Coast, and we need to be included as well.
I thought Juneteenth was like on the 16th or something like that. It's on June 19th.
It was Juneteenth yesterday.
Yeah, it was Juneteenth. Facts.
I respect it.
Do you think that has something to do with it?
He said he
Has
respects
something to
it.
do with what? The fact that they do the show that day? Or that there was no Mexicans on stage?
There you go. Do you think it was supposed to be like?
First of all, let me start off by saying congratulations to Kendrick Lamar on all of the wonderful videos.
Huh. I haven't seen any of this part. I only saw the first few minutes. Huh. Did he just say what I said? No, we're mad. Mexicans are mad, man. No. Why are we congratulating Kendrick? Because he has that coming. We don't give a fuck. Mexicans are going to earn their way.
Individuals that performed last night.
Hell yeah, shut them out.
So I'm not trying to go racial with it, but I will say,
Oh, we're just picking each other's brains apart.
although it was Juneteenth, and I believe that's in remembrance of the massacre.
I don't think LA Icon is being funny or being snarky. I truly feel like he don't know exactly why people celebrate Juneteenth. Juneteenth was when the final enforcement of the Emancipation Proclamation happened and when black folks were freed. So June 9th,
by the Republicans, that should be part of the celebration too. Recognize which party did that. I know people are going to be mad at me for that, but if you're going to acknowledge it fully. At that time, the Democratic Party was happily had formed the KKK and, a whole bunch of other stuff, or something, let's not get into all that. But
1865 is when black folks were truly free. Now, it came to be because some black folks are saying, bro, we don't want to celebrate July 4th because we weren't free on July 4th. We got freedom just like everybody else on June 19th. So we want to celebrate it on June 19th. So now there's two celebrations, bro, for freedom. Hey, listen, man, you talk to Congress about that, bro. I don't know why, right? But nonetheless, though, LA Icon misrepresenting it or not truly knowing exactly why Juneteenth is happening just sort of added to like the public backlash, bro. Because folks is like, bro, like you even speaking on Juneteenth and not knowing what it's about, and then asking why Mexican artists weren't performing at a Juneteenth concert is kind of like, it's insensitive to say the least. But I don't feel like Icon was.
I could see people taking it. Some people taking it as insensitive. I get that. I mean, people throw the word racist around so frivolously now that they're probably he's gonna be branded as a racist because he wasn't aware of what Juneteenth is. Again, another incident of watering down a very hot word that should never be watered down. Racism, racist, those shouldn't be watered down, but they will. But again, I don't see anyone enraged. That dude even said, "Hey, we're just picking each other's brains." He said that right before Ali Icon went into what he thought Juneteenth was, and you cut it off, and I just see this as what it really is in my mind and my heart. This is Adam16 using Poetic Flaco to create tension, mistrust, and hate between the black and brown community. I mean, if people would just use their brain and just search YouTube. So just do that. Surf YouTube. Go to all the Mexican channels, podcasts, blogs, whatever, and see who talked about it and who was saying, "Oh, why wasn't there Mexicans?" I didn't see one do it. Not one. This is the only one, and I didn't even see it. Flaco was looking for it though.
trying to be insensitive on purpose. I do feel like Icon is coming from a good place and a place of curiosity, which to me, is the best place to come from, right? If you're acting as if you're curious, it really can't pull fault to you because you're not saying things, in cement, right? Like you're not trying to be an authority of something. You're truly asking a question and being curious.
I don't want to be wrong, but is it in Tulsa or in Selma
I don't even know.
or a place over there? I could be wrong, and I hate to be wrong, but I know it's in remembrance of a massacre that took place, right?
He said he would hate to be wrong. And I know people are going to be, oh, you said the KKK was formed in 18 some. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that party formed it. We say things, and people take them literally. This is not 3 Mexicans. I think all 3. I don't know who all 3 of them are, but this is not 3 Mexicans enraged. I don't see that. Maybe in North Dakota, this is very aggressive, but no, this is not aggressive at all, Flaco. You are doing your daddy's work. You are doing Adam's work to cause harm in the black community out here on the West Coast that you are not a part of. I guarantee you probably don't live anywhere that could be considered a frontline area if this powder keg that you guys are trying to ignite were to ignite. So you shouldn't speak on it. You and Adam should talk about North Dakota and New Hampshire, man. Start bringing back rappers, interviewing them about their careers, trying to set them up for the feds, the way you guys used to do it. But leave the gang politics alone and quit trying to stir the pot, man.
I'd like to say that the Mexican people have been persecuted in this wonderful land for a long, long, long time.
Facts.
Tariq Nasheed was the first one to kind of repost that and make it go viral.
How did I know? I swear to God, on my mom's rest in peace. I didn't watch this much. Of course, Tariq Nasheed had something to say about Mexicans, man. And if you put him on camera, if he would have said it, he would have said it with an accent too. Let's see. Some Latino dudes are upset that Kendrick Lamar didn't have any Mexican rappers on stage at his Juneteenth pop-up concert. One of these guys thought Juneteenth was about the Tulsa race massacre. Oh, Tariq's probably doing some racist ass shit on his channel now. I should go check it out. But Poetic Flaco is a disciple of Tariq Nasheed. Adam16 is loving this, man. He is. So some Latino dudes.
It got about 3 million views after Tariq Nasheed posted it. Now, Tariq Nasheed stated some Latino dudes are upset that Kendrick Lamar didn't have any Mexican rappers on stage at his Juneteenth pop-up concert. One of these guys thought Juneteenth was about the Tulsa race massacre. Head emoji on the forehead. Now, this sparked a lot of outrage, man, and people took to Twitter to sort of like denounce Mexicans in LA, which I do think is kind of ignorant. A user by the name of Wavy JR says, remember Kendrick told a black man he couldn't say the N-word, but he's letting these Mexicans who legit don't like blacks at all rock out. But hey, they not like us. I can't tell people how to feel, especially if they feel like they're.
So Tariq Nasheed is someone who has a following that Tariq Nasheed does not like Mexicans, and he has a big following of people that don't like Mexicans. So that comment right there, it does nothing. It's a nothing. He pounded away, and that's what he believes, and that's fine. I'm sure Ron probably doesn't live in LA. This is what the goal is, man. Of some of those who won't go on the front lines. I do not want to see brown and black going at it the way they did in the 90s. Out here or behind the walls. Adam22 and his handlers would love it. It's good for business for them. Poetic Flaco, you shouldn't have did this assignment. In my opinion, you shouldn't have did it. You are the weapon. You are You probably got 30,000, 40,000. I don't know. You probably got 30 or 40,000 views. I'm sure your comments are in the comment section. I'll probably look after this. There's probably a lot of people talking a lot of smack about Mexicans. You did a great job, homie. Great. One podcast who wasn't angry. You painted them as being angry. You painted Mexicans with a broad brush that we really gave a fuck that there was no Mexicans on that stage. No. The Mexicans that were in the crowd showed you what time it was and what Mexicans really felt. They stood up for Kendrick and everybody on stage. They clapped. They danced. They sang the songs. They enjoyed it. Fuck your propaganda.
Race is being played with, but I don't know where he gets the fact that all Mexicans don't like black people. That's not true at all. Now, some, right? Yeah, just like, there's some in every race, right? Now, another user says, oh, Jeezy being up there confused me. Like, he's a Mexican rapper that has stated he is racially Caucasian. That
no. Let's read the whole thing. Oh, Jeezy being up there actually confused me because, like, he's a Mexican rapper, abuser as well. Abuser of what? That has stated he is racially Caucasian. That got up there saying the N-word on Juneteenth. He is literally a colonizer.
Got up there saying the N-word on Juneteenth. He is literally a colonizer. Yeah, bro. Listen, I don't know what Jeezy identify as, to be honest with you, bro. But do I feel like, it was, sensitive to get on stage as a Mexican rapper and say the N-word on Juneteenth? I don't, but hey,
I don't like it.
If Kendrick and them
I don't like
it, then, I guess, why would I complain, right? Another user says Mexicans want to be the first one to say end this and end that, but, when they think they got proximity to whiteness, be the first ones to denounce themselves and others. F that. Do more by us and we'll.
I second it. As far as this, stop using that fucking word. Raza, stop using that word. Period. It's stupid. It looks stupid. It sounds stupid. I have been incarcerated with black men that didn't even like black men using that word around them. So anybody saying that word is cool, I don't care what nationality or ethnicity you are, that word is not cool, period. But hopefully we're getting close to ending this. Yeah, we are.
Do more by you. Simple. I think the answer lies with Kendrick. If Kendrick comes out and say, yo, this was a Juneteenth celebration for blackness, then I don't feel like Mexicans.
Now Kendrick has to come and clarify for Flacco. Chingo.
Have a right to say we want to be included on Juneteenth. But if Kendrick comes out and say, yo, this is a celebration for the West Coast and this is celebrating all of the West Coast, then I feel like they do have a point in wanting to be represented. So the answer.
Where are they saying that, man? Where are they saying? Why? How do you have a video that is 9 minutes and 32 seconds of Mexicans demanding to be part of something when you don't show Mexicans saying that? You show one podcast having a conversation. And you said that the crowd was predominantly Mexican, and again, they were singing, they were dancing, they were standing up, they were enjoying it, man, having a great time, supporting everybody on the stage. So where in the hell is this outrage? You are not from California. You don't understand the way things used to be. People walking out of class on certain days because it was for a certain ethnic group. Walking out of schools. They didn't walk out of that concert. You don't know how things used to be here. Those of us old enough that went through that time, we know what time it is. That's going to be the end of my video. I don't think we need to hear the last 30-something seconds. You guys let me know in the comments what you think, man. You guys let me know. Is he overreacting or am I? All I want is for everybody to find a better way, a way out the hood, a way out the barrio. For raza, there are barrios that are over 100 years old in California. Over 100 years old. There are Crip blood black gangs in California that are about 50 years old now. Haven't we done that long enough? There's no money in it. There is no success story in being a banger and being a criminal. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them.